welcome back to the Unfiltered by Jade. Today we are going to speak to a couple. It's a couple that I follow. Well, my husband and I, we follow them. I think it's over 2 years now or so that we have been following them, but I've been following them consistently from last year. Um, it's I don't know the dynamics between them. It's awesome. I really love it and what they bring to the public for persons to view. It's not a facade, it's how they are generally. And I admire Nisha. I'm going to just throw out her name there. I admire her because of how she is as a wife, as a mother. She lets you know things about her that is happening and how we can relate from being pregnant to having a child to going through different things. And even Ziggy from his transition, it's a lot. And I mean, even how they are with positivity, because right now they're promoting positivity. And that's the only thing that they're accepting around them, which is good because we know that being on social media, it tends to sometimes draw a lot of negativity to it. So I'm just happy to have them here. So welcome guys to the Unfiltered.
Hey.
Yes.
We're happy to be here with you.
Direct.
Yes. So can you guys just tell everybody who you are?
So I'm Nisha, aka simply.niche.
Yo, I'm missing the name.
It's
you know,
okay.
Building as usual, you know. Yeah, man.
Yes. And tell them about your YouTube channel.
So first of all, my YouTube channel was a hair channel, but it transitioned into a family channel. We do family vlogs. It originally started with me visiting my boyfriend, who is now my husband, my lovely husband. We were in LDR for a couple years. We currently live together. But now, so like I said, our channel is mainly a family channel. We do vlogs, lifestyle type of vlogs, reasonings, and yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome. So we're gonna jump right into it because today we're speaking about LDRs, and for those who don't know, it's long distance relationships. And it's very long.
Very. It seems like years.
It's very long and it can be a task, but I want to speak to persons, and these are one of the couples I'm going to talk to in find out how it is that they maneuvered and went around and tried to make it work, because not everybody, it can't work with everybody, because trust me, pretty. I've been in one and it never pretty.
Yeah.
But let me hear from them first. So who made the first move? And was there a conversation about having an LDR?
So this is a question that we always get, and we literally up to this day will still go back and forth, because with Ziggy, I was the one who made the first move, but in his mind, he feels like he did. So I was the first one. I made the first move. Look, he's even shaking his head right now, but I made
brave.
Yeah, when I was in Jamaica on vacation, because my mom was out there and we had family business out there. So I went out there on vacation and I ended up seeing him. And I'm like, who is this? But then I was out there, like, a lot of the guys will...
No. Hold on. You're right. I never say I mean the first move with them. Only thing they say the first time when I see you.
Okay, fine.
That was it. But yeah, she made the
Thank
first.
you. I'm happy that you... I feel like with Ziggy, he'll always... We debated about this. But anyways, like I said... Yes, I was the one who made the first move. When I was in Jamaica, I saw him. Sorry. A lot of the guys, they would always come to me, but this guy, I'm like, how come he's not coming up to me? Like, who is he? Who does he think he is?
The guy named look like I met somebody. A guy when just go through.
Literally, he would like come to the restaurant, buy food. He wouldn't even like make a conversation. I was so used to like all these guys coming to make conversation. So I'm like, okay, who's this guy? Like, he's so like he just really stood out to me, because I'm like, a lot of these guys see a foreign girl and their first thing is, oh, I want to come to Canada, or I always wanted a foreign girl. But with Ziggy, he never ever threw that at me, and then that really stood out. I'm like, this guy, he's really different. Like,
I'm different, yeah.
I don't know. It was just it was just really different. I really admired that about him. So after I went up to him and we exchanged conversation.
Okay, awesome. That's really brave, because I don't think I could do that.
I even did that
myself. I don't have that in me, so I ain't that brave. So he knew. All right. So having that conversation, he knew that you don't live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, then you decided, okay, let us try this. How did the conversation go?
Well, that party, when just honestly, like when just a bouncy as friends, you know.
Okay.
Even time when I go up to go check on me and I sit down and reason and like we just reason about like what the past stuff which part like
Okay.
it would have like a little connection where I say, yo, at the same thing that me go through with certain things in her life, and so I say, well, she have an understanding of what me go through and me have an understanding of what she go through. So it's like we just make you go and bouncy as friend. And
yeah, we literally said we
know?
just wanted to be friends. We left it as that, but for some,
okay,
it just ended up leading to more than that.
and which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good, but
I'm happy how everything worked out for sure. But yeah, in the beginning, we never had no talk. Like we didn't even think we would ever even be in like a LDR.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what prompted that? What prompted the discussion of, okay, we're gonna be together, but I live overseas and you live here. How are we gonna maneuver that?
Well, I eventually, so after we started hanging out, I went back home, and then we would text each other like often, and like, you know, he would send me gifts, and like even out of the blue I was getting gifts at my house, and I'm like, what the heck is going on, like, you know. But like we stayed connected with each other, and I guess eventually I think I did
serious until you came back.
Yeah, I think I went back December, and we were in the restaurant. He's like I want to talk to you. I think that's what happened. And then it kind of scared me because I was like, okay, like what happened? You know, when someone says we need to talk, I'm just like, oh my God. So then we were in the restaurant, and he's just like, you know, I know we said we wanted to like keep it friends, but like there's a feeling kind of like coming, and you know, like he basically asked me out.
Right.
Yeah. So you see it, I made the move. This you see, you
okay,
know?
whatever. Confirm everything. Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
You see, you know,
he finalized and put the cap on the bottle. He twisted and locked it.
What, of course.
But even still in those times, we weren't even thinking like LDR. Like we weren't even thinking like, oh my God, we're gonna be in a long distance relationship. Like the word LDR was not in our vocabulary. Like we weren't even thinking about that. I think it's the more we were the next thing is
it was more you come.
Yeah, like I was like I was always in Jamaica. So LDR was just like, you know how some people will be in LDR, they won't see their partner for all like a year, 2 years and stuff like that. For us, going out there often, so it didn't really seem like that LDR. I don't know if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What were the pros and cons when it is that you guys had you solidified the relationship and it was now an LDR? What were the pros and cons?
Well, some of the cons I can remember is people weren't. You had some people that had like their negativity about it. They're just like, oh, he's Jamaican and he just wants his visa. Are you sure you want to do that? And you know, the one good thing is like our parents were very supportive on both sides.
Awesome.
They were negative about it.
I didn't get anything like you think like people just like could I say, oh, why is it get so on a fire now? I say, oh, I'm doing the man not even the meds them thing. They are just that day. Our people they say, go actually have fire no man no make you go answer. Like,
yeah, I noticed that's the next thing too for Ziggy. A lot of people in the community would start making like little talks. And the thing is like Ziggy never once changed. He never changed how he dressed, how he talked. You know,
like then time I not even could have like shave up or plot up myself and look good. As me I do that like oh yeah I go for my interview.
Yeah. Or your foreign girlfriend coming down. So he felt like he had to like, you know, like just stay bush up or just a certain way.
Right. To avoid all of the negativity.
Yeah. Some of the pros, well, we're happily together right now. That's a big pro. We have our family. We started our family. We have a beautiful baby girl, Nyla. We live together. Like we're honestly, I've seen other people LDR where it didn't really work out, and I'm very fortunate that ours is where it is, and it's continuing to grow. We're continuing to grow together. We're actually inspiring a lot of people. I have a lot of people that reach out to us about like our LDR, the process, what did we go through, what tips can we give and stuff like that. So those are the pros. That's another pro, like using our relationship to inspire,
to help other persons.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, because I'm going to tell you about mine. So for me, I don't think there was a situation of, all right, so we're going to do this and what's going to, well, I mean, it did happen, but my husband, no, what he said is, okay, so we're there. I never even know that we're there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never even know. And when it is that it was now time for okay, so I don't live in Jamaica, so what's going to happen? Because he didn't live in Jamaica. I lived in Jamaica. And for me, it was, I'm going to leave my family, I'm going to leave my friends. I didn't tell persons that I was leaving because, first of all, I'm a very private person.
Yeah.
And also, I also did not want people, oh, yeah, leave because you want visa, or you're leaving because whatever. My job normally had taken me out to Jamaica because I normally travel a lot. But in terms of now to get up and leave, it was, I don't know, it was a leaving something that you have known for such a long time.
Yeah.
To come to a new pasture, what the hell? How am I supposed to maneuver all of this? The pros about it for me was starting a new life.
Yeah.
It was still, on the fence of leaving family, but it was for me starting a new life, and I needed that new change of starting over. Because I was divorced before.
Yeah.
So with all of that, I needed to leave Jamaica and to come out of that. But I mean, the pros, I think, to have the long distance, you're thinking about not seeing the person every day. I'm used to seeing whoever I'm out with every day.
Yeah.
I'm used to having that cuddle time, the intimate time. And
Yes.
You want somebody to talk to, and you want a hug. I mean, being over the phone and talking to the person is not the same as the person it's right there.
Exactly. Yes, it's so true. It's true.
Person is, the person is not right there. You want to cry. The person is not there to hug you up. You want, it's not the same. So the pros also for me is anticipating the next time the person is gonna come, because the excitement when a person are coming in. Listen,
the butterflies. I used to tell Ziggy, I'm like, every time I'm coming down, I'll get nervous. Like, no matter how much time I see him and I know he's mine, but I'll always still get butterflies. Like,
exactly.
Exciting.
Yeah. The nervousness is there. I don't know what to cook anymore. I don't know if my name is Jade no more. I don't know nothing because I'm too excited.
Exactly.
And as soon as he's about to leave, I'm like, shoot,
I know.
Gone again.
That's the next con there, because when you have to leave the airport, oh my god,
the worst.
I try not to even look back. I swear one time you did almost cry. And when I went in the called you.
Easy, man.
But I don't know, Ziggy can share his experience when he's leaving the airport, because that is a big con, like separating. Oh my god.
Like, yo, to be honest, me always, like, a feeling always did a rich part, like, me I say, yo, like, why this a day always have to come, But it's always find out if you just rough out here and just know, say, yo, me I see about mama again still, but so. Me. So, I may always try to make sure it's a mistake on the phone with you until we can get back to you again. So,
and that's important. That's an important part. Have you guys
active, Yeah, man. So,
have you guys ever been in the situation where you are trying to get that significant other and you can't reach the person?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. You know what time
anxiety take me.
Pardon?
Anxiety has taken me a number of times.
So Ziggy would always play soccer in the evening times, and I know that. I know he plays, but when I'm caught, even though it's like I know he's playing soccer, but it's like my mind will put it somewhere else. No, he's doing this or he's doing that, and then we'll get into like little arguments that will be my fault. But the fact that you're not there with the person, and the one little time that they're not answering when you need them or when you want to talk to them, your mind just go all over the place.
All over the place.
Gosh, exactly.
Listen, I had an experience of trying to get through to my partner at the time, And I call today a week. I end up a toilet. I couldn't get through. And I called so many persons, couldn't get through. And then I realized that he was in Jamaica, so he came to visit me.
Oh my God.
Listen, listen. And apparently my siblings and he had planned it that way. So for the entire time I was there and having a nervous breakdown, this man was planning and on his way to Jamaica. These things happen sometime, and you have to tell yourself, listen, the person is okay, because if you don't, you can go into some severe breakdown.
Me, not like, to me, majority of the time I saw me feel, but then me have a next time, like, if somebody tell me say that I go up on the road and then I call and I get them and say, I wonder if somebody mama go and check her. But then
exactly.
All
sorts of something.
Somebody where you have feelings for, and you know you call and get no reply, no answer. Yeah, worry, you know. And think like your mind straight, but I don't know. They always because if somebody when you call back, like I just put on your phone and I say no answer.
And I've done that to him too. I've like, you know, that little petty stuff.
Yes, I've done it. So
10 minutes ago, I'm not answering you.
Yeah. But I'm not answering. Me not answering. Yep.
Oh my God. Although we try to be serious with each other, it's like we end up laughing because it's just like, you know, it's like little stuff, but those are stuff that makes the relationship fun and, you know.
Right. How was the transition of being an LDR to getting married and now living together? How is that transition?
Well,
you hear that say?
Honestly, when we got married, I'm not even gonna lie, it didn't feel different. Like,
okay,
we didn't make the word, you know how people get married and it's like, we have to do this now, we're a married couple. We didn't make it change us.
I've heard that before.
Because we just continue to be who we are. We can continue to love each other the same way. We didn't, we're married, we have to do this, we're gonna open this together. Like, you know, we didn't want the word marriage or being married to change us, and we just continue to be who we were to each other. And that's another reason why we're going so strong.
Yeah, that's all I asked. To be honest, like
that was
just make everything just
stay the same. Yeah,
you know, nobody tell me say, oh, me have to know this and me have to know that or all of them things. Yeah, like if me I go somewhere, yeah, me I make you know or so. But like, not try to control me, I mean not try to control you.
Yeah.
Just that's awesome.
Yeah. We just want to make sure the communication's there, the respect is there, and we're gonna be there for each other. And I feel like that's so important. And one of the main thing is like we always pray together. The one thing with Ziggy, oh my God, I always said to God, if when I get married or if I find my husband, please let him be a man of God. And that is so important in a relationship. And I'm so happy and fortunate that I got that. One thing with Ziggy is we always prayed together. Even before we got married, we always prayed. So
and that's a good testimony of it. And the truth is, it is something I also admire because I always see him. Yeah. One thing I can tell you that he's gonna do. If he's gonna talk, if he's gonna be on, if he's the face of it at that time, he's going to either pray, he's either encourage, and he's always it's true. It's he, you know, sometimes it's the smallest things that you do, you don't even know the impact that it has on persons.
So true.
Because let me tell you something, my husband don't just watch any anime. Okay?
Yeah.
So when I see him, even knowing, and I say, oh, Ziggy this, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, what is happening? You know, he does not just sit down and watch anything at all. And the mere fact that he can watch it and say, wow, he's praying, and you know, wow, because we're Christians also.
Yeah.
And anything that I want to watch or anything that we watch, we want to ensure that it's something that is healthy for us.
Yep.
It's healthy for other people, you know, watching, and it motivates us. So when I see you're talking about things and how it affects you and how you're going through it, and I see Ziggy encouraging and you guys encouraging and praying, and let me tell you, even something that you had done, I'm going to say before we go on a break, something that you had done, I think someone had said something negative in your comments couple vlogs back.
Yeah.
And the way how you addressed it, I said, wow, you didn't come on being first of all, I don't even know if you know how to be angry because listen, Mrs. Ziggy pull up some pranks on you and them not pretty. And yes, I don't see it up to now. I haven't seen you gotten upset about anything. And I mean, I look at your demeanor and I'm like, wow, we're totally different. Cause me very hearted, because the way how Mrs. Ziggy pulled that prank the time, I call my husband and I said, look on this. And I see how even he said it. You don't get upset easily. The way how you guys are, it's very inspirational. I can tell you that off the bat. And it's something that people can emulate. It's a good characteristics that you guys have. And Ziggy always a big up. Him always, So those things are good. You have a good husband.
Thank you.
And Ziggy has a good wife. He does. The truth is, and both of you are great parents, Steve and Nyla. Listen, you know what? Before me even start preach, what I'm gonna do is to go on a short break and get right back.
Shopping Assistance Jamaica takes the stress away from finding those items you can't locate or purchasing items online or locally. From searching to purchasing to delivery, Shopping Assistance makes it very easy. Contact us at 876-919-5195 or email us at shoppingassistance2015@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at The Shopping Assistance, on Instagram at The Shopping Assistance JA, and on Twitter at Shopping Assist 5.
So welcome back to the Unfiltered by Jade. We have Ziggy and we have Nisha with us, and we're speaking about LDRs. And before I went on the break, I was speaking to Nisha and Ziggy and telling them how their vlogs are very encouraging. It is something that I think persons should all watch, and persons should all be motivated. And listen, from her studying, listen, I know about the business and I come here saying I watch. I know about the business, and please to tell your fathers they need to start sending food to ATL because it's not going to work. These things only where you are not working out. But the vlogs that you have, it's very inspirational. And you can say that there's no facade. There's no facade. With anything there, and that's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. But before we start getting emotional, Ziggy.
Yes, no.
How did you deal with the reality that you were leaving your mom? Everybody knows that you're poly clothes. Tell us how it was.
Rough. Tell the truth. Grew up like I'm a mother, Father didn't G up on the G good still, But I just me there on my mother like call it my whole life, So praying over deal with people, all of them things that me kind of pick up certain things from her and see how she would have deal with we and how she would have deal with my sister them also. So I try like implement some of them things in my own life. I try deal with people and all of them things in a better way, So when I left all of the everything come true, and so I link her and she say, well, she happy to hear that and think. Cause she may even want me left because to all the place I run, like she say she'd even feel more comfortable where have me in the place. So I say, boy, if you left your foot right, I not even plan for this yet,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And kind of, honestly, it went rough, but we may have to look and say, well, I start for my own family, I know in our way still, so yeah, I have to leave my foot in our way, Because even when me there on the like literally I cry. I want guy next sit down next to me, I like him and say, oh, everything all good. I just the time, And me I try stop crying and it can like me can't stop. Like I when me they wipe the liquor tears them. I'm send her a voice note, and when she send them back one, she when they cry to and that even make it worse. Like
she's
yeah, the tears them just come down even more hard. And I say, yo, easy now, brother, you're good, man.
I can,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
can see it. I can see with that. As I said, it's the same thing for me leaving. What I did was just not to look. I just decided that because I cried. I think the day before or 2 days before me
Yeah.
ball, I put on some
See.
balling. Um, but on the day, I remember going to see my siblings. I went to look for them, and I decided that early in the morning I was going to take them to work, and
Mm.
I took them to work before I left because I had to have that moment.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I got here, I just decided I was gonna think about it, but coming with some with a head rush that I was not going to. So I mean, it is difficult. It's one of the most difficult things to do to leave where you know.
Mm.
Um, Sometimes people will say, "Oh, but because I'm not Jamaican, I'm Nigerian." So
Oh.
person will say, "You left from Nigeria, went to Jamaica, now you leave." So it's something that I'm like, yeah, but that I was a child back then. So
Yeah.
growing up in Jamaica, you are used to that now. So to leave there and come to something, especially when it cold in the car, when I come off that plane,
Oh
cold lit me man.
boy. Yeah. The road you saw that door.
I may I say, what kind of madness me come to?
Mm.
Cold lit me I mean upon Jesus, really. This is what me come to. I'm used to my nice warm weather.
So man.
To come to something like this. I mean, it's
Free.
difficult. It's difficult. But yeah, how are you coping now?
Why? You can't go on. May I work with it? Like me still can't say me love it. Me not gonna say me love it because me not like it cool. Honestly, I just say
Mm,
cool would have be one of the reasons why I'm gonna say boy I want to go back on me. But differently, if I never Nyla, if I tell you the truth, or Nisha and all, but me
Okay.
on a big man levels, would have gone back
yeah.
home for food. You see me? Because up so like it plays us cool and then you're not free in our way. Because
Mm,
I want cycle like go work, come back, sit down in the house, that. You're there Jamaica, you go work, you can go check your tool, the bridge in them, sit down and chill, talk, and all of them. But but other than that, it good so far. I can't complain. You see me? Because we have life and we are make it like me I go through.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? And my family happy, my family are yard happy seeing me and I try.
nice.
You see me? So
Very nice. And about to pull the prank upon Nisha again when I tell her, say, you're not going up with her. Because when I hear Nisha say, when I heard her say, so who is, I'm supposed to manage all these bags? I said, hold on, I bagged she worry about. I bagged she got worry about. She talk about how she going to manage all these bags by herself and she can talk about him not going back up. He wants to man. And she's talking about bags. I was like,
why if you think about
I
that
in that
time
in
I
that
just
moment I didn't even know what to think because all I'm thinking is like, there must be a camera, but then he also looks serious and literally unpacked everything I folded so neat. So I'm like, wait, no, like I'm trying to look in the room as I'm talking because I'm like, there has to be a camera. I must can find it, but man,
that was one bit of danger. And she was like, so I'm supposed to take care. And I saw her getting serious, because she was like, wait, I'm supposed to now take care of Nana by myself.
I
I'm
think
supposed.
yeah. When I went in the shower, I literally was crying because I'm like, holy crap! Oh my god, I have to do all this for myself now. I'm like, I should have stayed home. I shouldn't have came on this vacation.
Hey, it's some horrible, horrible things you get in them.
Oh my
Not
god.
telling you no lie.
Oh my god.
To work on her emotion. But you handle them well. Both of you, are there advice to persons in LDRs that you'd like to give?
Like, yeah, there's a lot of advice, but honestly, I would say just keep the communication at 100. Like, keep it alive. Be real with each other. Be honest with each other. Be honest with each other. Don't lie. Don't try to cover up anything. Even if you mess up and it might ruin your relationship, just tell the person the truth. I feel like the respect level needs to be there at all times as well. LDR, remember LDR, you're in 2 different countries or whatever. You have to keep it 100 with each other or else it won't work. it just
Yep.
won't.
Well, what me
You
have
want
to say?
to give it advice?
One piece, me have to say still. I
What?
not even remember me go sit down. You just have in your mind, but you as me
Because I was
listen to you,
talking.
then you just jump out.
But yeah, respect, honesty, communication.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are
What me I try to say is you can't. To me, you're not in a long distance relationship, and you just like call and say how are you or them thing. You have to find things to do.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
like some
keep the
way
spark.
yeah man.
Yeah.
You understand like some video calls, some little jokes, some little some little fun thing
Yeah.
that make somebody still
Yeah.
feel happy in herself even though she how much miles away. Make some little nice video and them thing
Yeah,
because
that's
that man always full of mama phone of
yeah,
you,
that's one
sing
thing
some
that
love
we
song and them
Yep.
Yep.
so
Yeah.
so you have to keep it things spicy,
Yeah, you have to
just,
really try. Because
Yep.
it can get boring real quick.
yeah man.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And even if it's some kind of game you guys are playing or something, you gotta keep it alive. Like one thing that we used to do was we used to stay on the phone like for hours, and then the first person that falls asleep on the phone, the next morning you'd have to send the person a video.
Yep.
So we just try to find like little stuff, or we'll send videos throughout the day, updating each other, or being silly, or singing songs like Ziggy said, or just any little type of spicy video. We're not gonna really keep it PG.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I get that. I get that. It's something you have to do because remember, as you said earlier, you're not with the person.
Yeah.
So imagine you're not there with the person, and say man and woman don't play out there. So they must see a person, and people are gonna want to approach. You have to do things to also make sure you keep that attention of the individual who you're with.
Yeah.
Because especially when people know that your spouse is not where you are,
Exactly.
people are gonna want to try things.
Yep.
So you got to do what you gotta do to keep it together.
Even at times, as what you say at the first part, like, may I even try to find some way to say, all right, like, a Valentine's Day, I try to say, even make something reach mama, even though she don't know, say,
right.
I could have a nice little chocolate, even that, just something, right. At times,
You hear that men out there listening and can do things, and don't just sit down there.
Yep.
Send things to the woman. Women do the same. Spice it up and make it nice.
Even the time that like I think they say you want to go do your nails,
I'm
gonna say, oh, all right.
He literally just sent me a tracking number, and I'm like, what is this? He's like, nails. Like, even though he was far, he was still playing his part, even though he was, vice versa. It goes both ways. Don't just expect it to be one way because he's the man. He should be doing this. It can go both ways. You can.
Right. The woman also. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's amazing. That's amazing stuff. So listeners out there, I'm just gonna encourage you if you're in an LDR, if you're in an LDR, make it spicy, make it work. I mean, it can work. And you have seen this couple here that has made it work, and it has worked for me. It can work for many persons. Just put in the work. It's more work. You're putting in way more work sometimes. But if you want a good end product, you have to put in the work, invest in what you want.
Yes. And always pray.
Yeah, God, rough.
Always pray. Always pray and invest and leave it to God. Everything else will work out. It will work out. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I mean, I enjoy speaking with both of you.
I'm a 10.
I enjoy hearing about. I mean, I've heard it before because I've listened to the vlogs and hear you guys talking about it. But other persons need to hear it. Other people need to get a taste of what it is like from two different places. And guys, it's not everybody that in long distance relationship want to be in it because they want to transition and migrate overseas.
Yeah.
People need to stop having that mindset to say, oh, you're going overseas because you want green card or because you want green papers to have something and run off. People, come on. And anytime you see persons coming with that, to you shun them out. Sometimes we really don't need negativity, or we don't need negative persons around us to make us feel away. Because sometimes, if people constantly be saying those things, sometimes people will all start believing. Sometimes I wonder, am I in this for this or whatever? It happens.
That's true. That is so true.
It happens.
Yep.
And if people are not strong enough, they won't know how to deal with persons coming at them with it. So
Yeah.
The mere fact that both of you have each other's back,
Yeah.
it's an awesome thing.
Thank
And yeah, continue on that journey. You're all doing so great.
Thank you so much.
So great. Yes.
And
So thank you again. And to my listeners, thank you for listening. And I will definitely, or you will catch us every Tuesday on the Unfiltered by Jade. Thank you.